Maybe king f4 here by Levon. Yes, played. Now I would expect a move like king c5. Yeah, he's really trying to come around the back way and attack that g5 pawn maybe from h6.
How about to push g4 and bishop f3?
Makes a lot of sense. I like g4 a lot here. I can see Levon playing that move as well. But will he? And as I say, intuitively it feels like it should be a draw, but who knows? Levon Aronian, deep in thought. Is he going to push that pawn to g4? He's having reservations about doing that, clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly he's not too happy about that.
And he can also do that at any moment.
Indeed. Okay, he's getting a little low on time now. Levon with just a minute now. He decides he doesn't want to commit with g4, so he goes bishop f3. And now is Carlsen going to continue his king march is the question. Just a quick check on some other games. The Grishka Caruana game is absolutely out of control and looks like Fabio is winning actually. Rook g3 is just winning. Actually, this
To keep the opposition.
yeah, to shoulder barge basically. There is no way for the black king to do anything or the black pieces. The pawn on h2, rook on g3 is a solid construction, but no idea if theoretically there's even a try. Okay, king e6, king g5. Now king e5 will be played, I'm pretty sure. And now maybe Levon will just move the bishop along the long diagonal to make sure that the white king doesn't come in. But maybe now white wants to put his king back on g3 and then use the rook in a more active role.
King goes on h4, in the edge of the board, king f4, and right now black starts to play with the bishop e2, next will be bishop f3, or even bishop d1. There is some resource for that too. And Magnus Carlsen is chasing for the bishop. Bishop f3 now makes sense. And after king f2, bishop can go on d1. He wants to trick the trick Aronian. He wants to push h3 at the right moment. Or
Yeah,
he wants to get the king there.
I'm not really sure, but Levon, I really love how he's playing it because he's making it difficult for Magnus to put the king on g3. Okay, now he's moving the rook around to be able to give the check from behind and then put the king on g3, and then your move of h3 might come in. Levon's starting to look a little less easy here. Levon with 48 seconds. So he needs to make sure that bishop isn't on f3 when the king is on g3. So he'll have to move the bishop away to d1. Still feels like it should be a draw with best play. 31 seconds for Levon Aronian. And bishop d5, rook down to b8. Now the rook is coming to h8 with check, and the king is finally getting to g3. So king g5, King G3. Fine. So stage 1 complete for Magnus Carlsen. Now the question is, how does Levon continue? He plays King F5. Now can you go King?
I think this is the starting position when they get into this end game.
No,
but
because
back then the pawn was on G5.
Right,
so all
exactly.
these moves was made to push this pawn
Exactly.
on the light square.
Rook G5? Why can't I go Rook G5 and take the pawn on G4? Wow, that's just winning. That's just over.
Oh God!
Levon, what
Look
has
at
he
his-
done? Levon is just... the King E4 move I didn't understand at all. Now, this was quite an obvious continuation. And now Rook takes G4 check threatens just to win the pawn. And the position probably just is over here. King F5. And now you can...
You have to cut the king.
You can go H4, Rook G5. I guess this is just winning.
Yeah.
I did look at this actually not so long ago. Something very
If
similar.
the king is on H8, that can
It's
be
a draw, yeah.
But when king
He
is
can't
cut,
get there.
it's... Oh,
He can't get the bishop
now
F5.
king F4 and then push the H pawn up to the H6. Yeah, look at,
Yeah,
he knows that's winning.
He probably does know that is winning. And
He can't believe that.
he can't believe that he probably managed to win this. So let's see, will Levon just accept that this is losing? Yeah, because you can put the pawn on H6, you then can put the king on H5, and then the rook on G7, and march the H pawn. Okay, bishop B1, it's going to go H5, sorry, bishop C2, H5. Levon is going to try and find a trick, bishop B1, H6, okay, bishop C2, there's really not much you can do, or bishop G6, rook G3.
Yeah, he knows this endgames by heart.
He does.
Plays so fast. Now he will chase the bishop and then he will check the king to go backwards.